Ahoy, mateys, and welcome back to another episode of 2020, OOTP 2024. Pittsburgh Pirates, and we are right in the heart of the beginning of the season. We've just called Paul Skeens up, and he's going to pitch his first game. So we're actually going to play this because I think this is a big moment for us. I adjusted my lineup a little before I started this game to get some of our guys in slumps and tired guys out of the lineup, but let's see how Paul Skeens does. And we're going to actually approach this game pretty rigorously, as if I was doing like a postseason game or something. So first at bat is a strikeout. Good start for Skeens' career. And the second one's a strikeout. Wow, so looks like the young guy is doing well. 12 pitches to strike out 2. And he'll get a ground out to finish the side 1-2-3. So a good start. And now let's see if our bats can get going here. Ji-Hwan Bae will lead us off, playing center field, as Sawinski took a breather today. He's in a bit of a slump. And Bae starts us off with a leadoff single. We might want to get aggressive here and just try and send him. Rushman tries to get him, and he is safe. So perfect. Good start to the game. Triolo here. Not going to be far enough for a sacrifice. And now here comes Michael Brantley, who's just come back healthy, and he's starting the season off very well, but with a runner in scoring position, unable to do anything there. And now O'Neill Cruz at our cleanup spot. And that'll be a walk into Connor Joe, who's been one of our better performers so far at the beginning of the season. I think that's going to be an out. Oh no, that'll load the bases up. Enough speed to make it to first. So Andy Rodriguez, our DH today, and he strikes out with the bases loaded. So rough inning, but a little confidence builder that we actually got base runners on. You definitely want to cross the plate, though, if you get in a situation like that. Meanwhile, Skeens, that'll be the first hit ever against him. Ryan Mountcastle. Ahmed Rosario, I think, is going to ground into a double play, and he does. Perfect. So Skeens looking very good through 2 so far. We just got to get those bats going. And we have Kanan Smith-Najiba at first. I'll let Henry Davis swing away here. Ooh, and he's going to get hit by a pitch. Wow. All right. I kind of want to try a double steal, but I'm not going to do it. Rushman's too good of a catcher. And that's going to be a double play. I do advance the runner to third, though. Not huge, but if Bae can get a single here, we will plate one. And it doesn't look like that'll be a single. So again, we get a guy to third base, but we can't plate him. Let's hope Skeens keeps up his good work. There's an out. We're going to keep him on a pretty tight pitch count. We might let him hit, though, when he comes out. I guess I don't know if we can do that, actually. I forget the rules legally with substituting people in a designated hitter. Anyway, Skeens is going to let... That's his first runner in scoring position here. And now Rushman gets walked. And with 2 outs, I think I will do a mound visit. And I hope he gets to that, and he does. So perfect. So Skeens gets out of his first damage. Now Triolo deep into the gap. Ooh, and that actually clears. That'll be a double, I think. Yeah. So good start. That's 2 out of 3 innings we've had a runner on second base with no outs. I think eventually the odds have to be replate one, right? Brantley advances him. That should be enough to O'Neill Cruz can at least get a sacrifice worst case scenario here. I guess worst case scenario is he gets out. But that will advance him. Sack grounder, but we do get one across. Finally. Connor Joe. Deep into center, but not deep enough. And that'll be the end of the third. So we do have a slight lead for Skeens. My guess is getting to 6 will be a challenge for him, but Hopefully it's a challenge he's willing to meet. He's only at 50 right now at the top of the fourth. Ooh, that is a monster shot. I think that's gone. That is. So the first home run, Ryan Mountcastle seems to have his number. First hit against him and the first home run against him on 2 separate at-bats. Ahmed Rosario. That's going to be an out. The funny thing, too, is I think if you look at that blow-by-blow, Ryan Mountcastle was one of the only positions that we were supposed to be better than them. So a hit by pitch there, not great. And Hilliard will ground out. So we're knotted up at 1. A big home run. Let's see if we can keep our momentum going. Andy Rodriguez grounds out. And here comes Caden Smith-Najiba. I don't think that's going to fall in, and it does not. And Henry Davis, so this is clearly our worst hitting inning unless this is a home run, and it does not look like it's going to be, maybe in a Little League stadium, but we're not playing Little League here, we're playing Pro Ball. So Skeen's back up, 60 pitches. It only took him 10 to get through that with a home run, so not bad. He's playing well. His pitch count is at 100 on the rotation screen, but obviously since I'm managing the game, we can adjust that as needed. But we'll try and be pretty strict about it. Let's see if he can get Rushman down. And it looks like he does. So that's 3 for him, and he gets through 5. I think that's under 80 pitches here. So Leo Oliveira Peguero on a cold streak. This might be his last at-bat of the game. Oh, there you go. So perfect. That was if he did not get a hit there, I was probably going to pull him, but he does get a hit, and I think we'll let Bay swing away here, and if he does not get a hit, ooh, perfect. So there you go, and I think Peguero to third. So another situation where we have a man at scoring position with no outs, this time at third. That's huge news. Triolo, and that's a possible wild pitch. I might try... No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to try and steal with Bay. Oh, that's a disaster. All right, Michael Brantley here. I need you to come up. Not enough, so that is really depressing. I'm going to send Bay, see what happens here. I think they got him. Ooh, wow, that was close. O'Neal Cruz, come on, baby. Nope. Wow, this is very poor, very poor. We got to get some bats going here. Just completely unclutch. Completely unclutch. So Skeens, that's another hit. That'll be the 5th hit of the game for Baltimore. Ooh, wow. That was a bad play, too, by Bay out in center. Will that count as an error? Oh, did Bay get injured on that play? Skeens got injured on that play, so that is terrible. Terrible, terrible news. Ladinsky will have to come in for us because he's the only guy with any arm strength here. I guess Kimura's doing okay. We'll get him warming up for us. Yikes. So with the bases loaded, that is a strikeout. And let's see if he can take care of Ahmed Rosario here. That looks like that'll be an RBI single. No, double in the gap. And we just blew the lead. Alright, not the lead, but we just lost the tie, I guess. And that's the strikeout. So Mlodzinski will get us out of the inning, but not before we lose any semblance of hope here. And Connor Joe sitting there looking. Andy Rodriguez strikes out. Yikes. Bad times for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Can't get it done. Alright, so we'll keep Mladinsky in here. I'll probably go to Kimura at some point, either in this inning or the next. That is out number 2, and if he can get through one more batter here, that would be ideal. And he does. Perfect. All right, 7th inning stretch, and let's see. Come on, Pirates, do it for the home team. So Henry Davis, lead off single. Hit number 6 for us. And this is just a nightmare scenario here. All right. Is Kimura? Yeah, Kimura's warm, so let's just throw him in here. Rushman's a switch hitter, so he'll switch to right and he'll walk. Bad start. Santander. That should be a GIDP, but nope, just one out. Brandon Drury. And another one. Will this be a double play? It will, yeah. Good play. So I get through it. Running out of time here, though. Yuri De Los Santos on the mound for another inning. And he'll get a leadoff out. Michael Brantley, who has been not doing well in this one. That's out number 2. And O'Neill Cruz. Time for that home run magic. Or ground out. One or the other, you know how it do. You know how it do. Alright, I'm just going to do the half inning. He got out of it. Here comes Felix Bautista, who in real life is dead, I think. But alive and kicking in this game, coming off reliever of the year. I'll put one down. Big at bat for Andy Rodriguez here. Strike 3. And Kanan Smith Najiba with the game on the line. I'm guessing this is going to be an out. And it is an out. So another terrible loss for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Met with a Paul Skeens injury. Man, let's see what this looks like here. Finished today. Let's see if I get an email about it. I did not get an email about it, so I will just continue to chug along here. This was a 3-game series, so we'll skip ahead. Mitch Keller pitching against us, and tough loss. Daniel Hudson is facing an injury setback there. Let's see if he's on the IL right now. Nope, that is not the one I wanted. I wanted roster and transaction injured list. So we have Hudson there. All right. Let me just look at this really fast. We actually did well against Mitch Keller too, and Frankie Montas even had a good pitching performance, but 2 errors really blew the game for us. Man. Things are coming off the seams here for and then this is a shutout loss against Means. Bailey Falter did okay though, so that's something to look up to, but Kimura with a bad performance. And I'm just going to skip ahead here a bit. We'll look at some quick box scores, but we're just going to pay attention to these games here. So when Brandon Woodruff on the mound. So when Woodruff is on the mound, we're doing okay. Connor, Joan, O'Neill Cruz come up. Then loss in extras. That's on Bednar. Andre Jackson did okay. Any hitting that we should be looking at? Triolo looked good. Ezekiel Duran looked good. The usual. And then this one we just get absolutely obliterated. And that's Skeens. And I wonder what the deal with there. I guess, yeah, that was his time coming up in the rotation. Let's look at the pitching staff here and see if he's healthy yet. So yeah, he was healthy, or at least apparently was healthy, and just got obliterated. So tough. We'll do another quick shoot through here as we look at Pittsburgh. Looks like we did get at least one win here. Oliver Aguilar, 16-year-old pitcher. Why are we looking at this guy? Player development update. Nothing major that stands out to me other than Daniel Hudson sucks now. O'Neal Cruz decreased in most major categories there. That's unfortunate. Nothing major. Doesn't look like anything stands out here to me. Maybe just the Oviedo looking better situation. And what's his deal right now? I thought he was injured. Pitching staff, Oviedo. Oh, we switched him to long relief here. So maybe that's why he improved. Guess we'll see. He's going to need to do some more to earn a spot back into that rotation, though. So anyway, we got a couple wins against Oakland, so at least we got that going for us. We'll skip through this one last game. And we swept that series, so there you go. Looking good. Andre Jackson with a good pitching performance. Good hitting. Looks like Connor Joe was once again our offensive MVP. And then this 2-0 game would be the Skeens game. No, that's actually Woodruff. So Skeens too tired to go. Bailey Falter with a good performance. So I guess this is going to be the Skeens game against Los Angeles. And it looks like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So that's a loss. It will be Skeens, who has a respectable game, not bad, but the hitting really can't get anything going. And we'll just continue to plow ahead. We'll try and get at least through May at the end of this video. I'd like to make it to the All-Star game. I might just simulate ahead a little bit off video, depending on how this goes. Quinn Priester is, I think he's already on the IL. Organization, injured list. He's not already on the IL. Is he in? Where's Quinn Priester? Oh no, he is on the IL. I just can't see, I guess. Yeah, so he's still on the 60-day, and he's not getting any better. Jordan Montgomery's still down. Things are looking dire here. So did we just get swept? No, we did not get swept. We did win a game, at least. Frankie Montas, good pitching performance, followed up by a bad performance by Bailey Falter, which is not to be completely unexpected. And now we'll sim through this Colorado series. Daniel Hudson is eligible to come off the DL, and I guess he is healthy enough, so let's do that. Oh, we can't do that yet because the active roster is full. Pitching. Organization. All right, so who would be the guy that we would send back down? Probably Mladinsky. Let me just see how he's done so far in 4 games. He's done actually very well. I think he may have earned a spot to stay up here. Let's look at our pitching really fast and check. ERA, Oviedo, Kimura. We could send Falter back down and just go all. We could also send Skeens back down too. He has not been terrible. I mean, this 831 is really just one game, but he has left a little to be desired as far as coming up. I mean, it's hard to really criticize him. Let's send him back down. I do think that's an okay decision here. He got a little taste. He's not lights outing it. We'll send him down. We'll move Hudson over, and we'll go back to our rotation and put Oviedo in that spot. Woodruff, Oviedo, Montas. So we'll put Montas there. Oviedo. Andre Jackson. Yeah, so Andre Jackson's up. I like that. And let's move forward. We're getting some wins here, but we're also getting some losses. Man, Aroldis Chapman wants to be the closer. That's interesting. Shop him around really fast to see what we can get. I'm sure we're not going to be able to get much. Daniel Bard, Sensatella, Gidi. Greg Soto. Disclafini. Could be interesting there. Sean Newcomb. Newcomb might be worth exploring. They're both lefties. Newcomb makes a little bit less money, apparently. Aroldis Chapman just hates me so much. Let me see if I can grab like a additional prospect on this. Obviously no one, too good, but let's see like if I do Nathan. Nope. Apparently they just got Nathan Detmer. Who would be the kind of guy we would like to acquire in a trade like this? Eduardo Rivera? I'm sure they're going to say, yeah. And we like him more than the OSA. He's fastball, curveball, changeup. He's a borderline starter right now. He could develop into a starter. Though he's a ways away. Let's see what I would need to do to make this work now. Jared Jones. I like Jared Jones better than that guy. I'm pretty sure I like all these guys better than Eduardo Rivera, so I'll back off on that one. And let's see if I can do. Sorry for bringing this video to a grinding halt here as I explore trade opportunities. 70, 65, 45, 75, 75. The control has been the big issue for him. They're both angry. Scouting. Man, is there just like nobody good I can get here? Jack Winter. I hate like just going through every single one of these guys' prospects here. Bolt. Brett Harris is close, but I don't really like him. Joe Boyle, righty. Pitchers, he's pitching at the pro level. I'm sure if I throw him in there, they're going to say no. Yeah. What would be a make this work now there? Hunter Barco. Michael Kennedy. Get Jared Jones again. Yeah, none of those are really good options there. Yeah, I'm kind of two minds in this. I do want to keep Chapman around, but he has not been. I mean, he hasn't been bad for us either. Let's go to league home, pitching staff. And he's just dead set on being the closer, right? Yeah, that's his expectation as closer. Let's switch him to setup with backup role closer. We'll just Kimura. Oh man, yeah. We'll stick with that and see what happens here. Middle reliever. And then of course we lost both those games. Fast forward through our Detroit series here. Ji-Hwan Bae is day-to-day. I'll just leave him on the roster. Did get a win against Detroit. And then it looks like a loss and a win. The loss was Brandon Woodruff, who had a decent-ish performance but not a quality start. And the 2 wins go to Bailey Falter, who is doing a good job holding his own as our sole lefty up there. Better than I thought he would do. Frankie Montas, also it's a good performance, but it came down to the bullpen, and that's the kind of performances that we need from the bullpen there to be able to hold on to leads when we get them. Offensively, everyone looked pretty good. Triolo probably the hitter of the game there. Player of the game goes to Montas for this win. Player of the game went to Casey Mize, so the player of the game was actually on the other team, interestingly enough. All right, and I have a feeling we're not going to look great against Atlanta here. Oh, we did get a first win, though. Then a loss. Triolo's broken collarbone out for about a month. 2 follow-up losses there. Oviedo actually looks good in his start. And then followed by a decent start by Andre Jackson, but just not enough offensively again. Then another not enough offensively again, plus Montas didn't do enough on his end of the bargain there. But that Triolo injury is not great, but it does provide some opportunity for someone else. Let's see if we can get to the end of May here, at least by the end of this video. And then I'll probably simulate after that up until the All-Star break, unless anyone's actually really feeling this series out and desperately needs to see what happens between then and now. So we'll throw him on the 10-day. Let's see who we have available to call up in his place. We probably want, I guess, let's see how Westberg's doing at the AAA level. He's doing terrible down there too. This is looking like a disaster of a trade for us. Let's just call him up and give him an opportunity on the everyday lineups. We'll clear all lineups, and then we will ask Andrew McCutcheon for everything. I'm just going to throw Westberg in there. Man. How's Piguero doing? Yeah, he's not doing good at all. We're going to just put Westberg. In both of those. Ji-Hwan Bae is actually looking pretty good for us right now. All right, so let's sim forward through this Miami series. And I think when last time we checked, they were the only team worse than us, right? Quinn Priester's eligible to come off the DL, and he's actually healthy enough to pitch. So let's throw him in AAA right now. Player has to be on the secondary roster. Oh. So we do have that, and then throw him down in AAA. And give him a couple like rehab starts, I guess. So tough loss to Miami, back-to-back losses to Miami, of course. And this last one is another loss. 3 games against San Diego. Probably going to be filled with losses. We are right now the worst team in all of baseball. Did anyone see this coming? Did anyone see this coming? Ladinsky will try and get a replacement for him in a second. So we do pick up 2 wins against San Diego. Let's figure out who we're going to replace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might want to call up another hitter since we're a little thin there. We have Palacios up there, Nick Gonzalez. Who's doing the best down in? I guess that's all we have, right? Nick Gonzalez, Alika Williams. It's actually doing pretty okay. Maybe we'll give him the shot to come up here and try his hand. All right. Let's just look at the standings really fast to see how desperately bad we are doing right now. So we are 15 and 29. We are if you look down here, we are the worst team. 10 games out of a wild card spot. 10 and a half out of our division lead. It's still early, so I don't want to be too dire here, but we'll sim through the end of May. I'll actually sim through the end of that Cincinnati series and see how we do. So we're 15 and 29. If we can get to 20 wins by the end of that, I would like that, but it's looking less and less likely with every passing game. I'm just going to keep our roster as is right now. Losing Michael Brantley is another tough loss. If we could pick up a win, and that's 2, 3, 4. Wow. There you go. We're on a heater. We made it to that 20 wins that we were hoping to get to. So I'll take that. Player development update. We'll look through that off the season, and I'll tell you if there's anything interesting there. So we got almost a series sweep against Milwaukee, and we won 2 out of 3 against Toronto. Now let's finish this Cincinnati series off. We started with a loss. 2 wins against them would be great. They have the lowest. We got the player of the week for Ezekiel Duran. I like that. It does come off of a series loss, but let's very quickly look at our pitching here, and then I think we'll wrap this video up here. So we got the All-Star voting. National League, I'm sure we have nobody in any of these races. David Bednar is the leading closer, which is kind of surprising. I'll have to look at his numbers in a second here. And Ezekiel Duran, player of the week there. 5 home runs and a 274 batting average. Looking good, looking good. Let's go to our pitching staff here. Woodruff, so everyone's looking decent. Oviedo, Jackson's looking to see. There's a bit of strain on his game. If you look at his game log, his last few games have been less than stellar. He's not able to go deep into games either. I don't think he has any game where he's made it more than 5 innings. And that's accurate. And let's see if that's an effect of his stamina or not. It's not a factor of his stamina. So Oviedo, another guy, if we examine what he's been up to, not his pitching splits, we're looking at the game log. A couple bad starts and then a bunch of good starts, which is actually in line with how he performed last season. He was great or terrible. And it looks like this, great game against Toronto, good game against Miami, good game against Atlanta, terrible game against Milwaukee, terrible game against Colorado. So I think, he's, I guess, pitching to his caliber there. Bailey Falters looked good except for a couple bad starts in the middle here. It's tough that they're not going that full 6 though. And then Brandon Woodruff, clearly our anchor pitcher here, which we like. If you look at that, with the exception of this game, he's been pretty good. And even in that game, we got the win. But let's see, regular season I think started here. Might have started here actually. That Philly, no, it was the Cubs series for sure. So you look at that. He has only given up more than 3 runs this one time, a decent amount of quality starts, and he's 6-3, so certainly our best pitcher there. If you look at our bullpen, nothing really stands out. Holderman's doing pretty bad. We might switch him out with Moldinsky. If you look at innings pitched, Baruki, Bednar, so Hudson's coming too. Holderman certainly had the most work done. Let's actually do that switch right now. I'm going to send Holderman down, down, and over here. I will send, do I want to send Quinn Priester up? Let's keep him down there just a little bit longer. Kranick, how's he? Let's actually just look at Indianapolis's pitching staff and see here. Burrows, Selby. Selby probably is the best looking of the bunch. Maybe J.C. Flowers. Holderman's down there now. Hatch. Oh, Mladinsky's injured. I forgot about that. So that's why we don't see him anywhere down here. Cam Aldred is a guy that we could see get a call up here. ERA. Colin Selby, J.C. Flowers, Jose Hernandez. Maybe Jose Hernandez will get a shot here. No great numbers, but the more he pitches up there, the more he might be adept to doing it. Skeens is looking good down here. We'll promote. Oh, he's not on the 40-man roster. Of course he's not. Let's actually go look at our 40-man roster and choose someone that's on there because we're at 40 right now. So maybe we do want to go call Colin Selby up here. 18 innings. Priester should be in the rotation, honestly. Moretta, Mladinsky, Kranick, Hudson, Holderman, Hatch, maybe Ashcraft. Moretta. Man, JT Brubaker is a nightmare right now. Let's actually... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call Selby up. We're going to go ahead and do that. We'll clear our pitching staff, and we'll ask him for everything there. Switch him to setup. And backup closer, and Kimura will just be a middle reliever, and stopper is his backup role. Alright, I think we're good with that. Does Chapman still hate me? Yeah, he does. Alright, so I'll leave it there as we look at how things are going. Last but not least, I'll look at my lineups and kind of get an idea. What's the scope here? All level, Major League. That was interesting. So just a quick look at the guys batting here. Other than O'Neill Cruz, we don't have a ton of power. Sawinski has been, meh, I guess. Westberg really needs to step things up on. He might get double demoted at the way he's playing right now. This is an absolute disaster of a trade for Westberg. We should have kept Mitch Keller. But we're playing long term. We'll get there. One final look at the standings after that big push we had at the end of May. We're still in last place, but we are no longer last in the division. We're up by a game on Miami. We're still 10 out of the wild card spot, 9 out of the division lead. But we're getting there. We're getting closer to the Brewers. I think we can certainly get to at least where the Reds are right now. Cardinals and Cubs, though, seem to be a little bit better than us. So between this video and the next, I might just simulate to the All-Star game, or at least play to the All-Star game and get a little bit of a better feel for what my team's doing. But I'll update you guys next with the All-Star teams and where we're at halfway, or just a little over halfway through the season. So thank you for watching this one, and hope you're enjoying the ride on the Good Ship Pittsburgh 2024. Thank you.